Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have for you guys a very unique Eastern European dessert that my mom used to make for us all the time, and it's called Zapekanka. Essentially, this is a sweet custard cheese and pasta bake. It's a really simple, not too sweet dessert that's perfect for snacking. And if you grew up in a Ukrainian or Russian household, you probably have had this, and I've had quite a few requests to share a recipe for it, so today is the day. We're going to start with a custard mixture, so we're going to mix together eggs, sugar, a little bit of sour cream, vanilla, fold in some farmer's cheese or tvorog, some cooked pasta, and then bake that in the oven. I also like to add a little bit of either dried cranberries or dried raisins, just adds a little something extra to this dessert. It's such a unique experience. It's super easy to make, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. For the full list of ingredients and the written instructions, don't forget to head on down into that video description box and then follow the link over to my website. I'm going to have everything online there for you guys. Meanwhile, let's get started. I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I've lined an 8-inch square pan with some parchment paper. This recipe will also work great with a 9-inch round pan, and if you want the Zapekanka bars to be a little bit thinner, you can also use a 13 by 9-inch brownie pan. We're going to set this aside for now and we can get started on the recipe. I'm going to start by cooking my pasta. We're going to need about a 1/3 pound of pasta, and I like to use angel hair pasta. So just take it out of the package and we're going to break it into smaller pieces. Bring a sauce pot of unsalted water to a boil and then drop in your pasta. Mine is going to cook for about 4 minutes and then I'm going to drain it. We'll need 6 large eggs for today's recipe. Drop them into a large mixing bowl. Added 1/3 cup of white granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/2 cup of sour cream. Grab a whisk and whisk this all together for a few minutes until the eggs are very well beaten. You want a really nice and smooth mixture. And next up for my cheese, I'm going to be using 14 ounces or 400 grams of tvorog. This is also known as farmer's cheese or quark. It's a really dry, super soft, crumbly type of cheese. It's not too salty, which makes it perfect for desserts. If you don't have this type of cheese on hand, you can also use a large curd cottage cheese. For that, you'll want the same amount, so 14 ounces, but reduce the amount of sour cream down to about maybe 3 tablespoons, since that cottage cheese does have a little bit more liquid in it. All right, let's drop that into our egg and custard mixture. Add in the cheese. I'll be using 1 cup of dried cranberries. You can also make this recipe using dried raisins. Drop those in. And last, I'm going to drop in my cooked pasta. I have about 2.5 to 3 cups here. Give this all a mix until you have a really uniform mixture of the cheese, the pasta, the eggs, and make sure the cranberries are well distributed too. And then pour this mixture into your prepared pan. And having the parchment paper makes such a huge difference. It makes for super easy cleanup, and then you can just kind of lift the Zapekanka right out of the pan. My Zapekanka is ready for the oven. I'm going to bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 to 45 minutes until that custard is completely set and the top should have a nice golden brown color. If you're using a larger pan, like a 13 by 9-inch pan, you can reduce that baking time down to about 30 to 35 minutes. And once this is done and out of the oven, I like to let the Zapekanka cool at room temperature for about 20 minutes. Just makes it easier to slice it and to serve it. And this is what your Zapekanka should look like when it comes out of the oven. It should be very nicely set and firm on the top. Once it's cooled down a little bit, grab a serrated knife, cut all the way through. I like to cut it into bars. For this 8-inch pan, I'm going to do 9 bars. And then use a little spatula to lift the squares out of the pan. This first one is always a little tricky, right? Scoop. Oh, there it goes. All right. Oh, check this out. Isn't this incredible? It's like this incredible custardy, cheesy, creamy, sweet pasta bake. And that's it for my Zapekanka recipe. I hope you guys enjoy this unique Eastern European dessert at home. For the full list of ingredients and the written instructions, don't forget to head on down into that video description box and follow the link over to my website. I always have everything online. Let's dig in to enjoy this. I just love the aroma of this baking in the oven. It takes me right back to my childhood. My mom used to make this at least once a week for us. It's a really easy, really inexpensive dessert, and for some reason we always had either cottage cheese or tворог on hand, so it made this dessert like a no-brainer for my mom. This is such a unique and delicious sweet pasta bake. You guys are in for a real treat. So the cheese and the custard get all kind of baked together. It's almost the texture of like a ricotta cheesecake, and then it's dotted with the cranberries, and of course you have the pasta, the noodles in there. This is so incredibly delicious. And I love that this Zapekanka isn't too sweet. It's perfect as an after dinner dessert with a cup of tea. Now, growing up, my mom used to make this as an afternoon snack for us, so when we were on the way home from school, even before we got in the house, outside, you could smell the aroma of this baking in the oven. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe as much as I do. Thank you guys so much for watching my latest episode. Please leave me a comment down below. I always love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you next time with a new recipe.